pressure is on in Europe when it comes to industrial competitiveness, and there is a risk that a lot of the new measures will sort of be a bit too inward looking, or really focused on European decarbonization, and then sort of looking outward more in a transactional way rather than looking at how to set up genuine mutually beneficial partnerships. So I think that's a bit the role that we play, and it goes well beyond development cooperation agendas. It's much broader than that. So I want to talk about green industrialization because that's been a really big part of our agenda in the past year. And in a way, we're really trying to look at what are the specific opportunities for developing countries on green tech, on green global value chains, and how they can also use that to reposition their economies. And we think that there's a case for better linking economic transformation objectives of developing countries, African countries, with what is happening in Europe, which is an accelerated decarbonization agenda. I think the big point there is that there's a lot of opportunities, but at the same time, quite a lot of barriers to get this going. So on paper, there's a very strong case for example, producing green iron, hot briquetted iron in North African countries, exported to the European Union. In practice, there's also a very established steel, iron and steel industry in Europe that is perhaps not necessarily looking for importing more goods or more decarbonized goods into the market. We've been doing a number of deep dive studies on specific sectors. For example, battery manufacturing. So how can countries leverage their mineral reserves to move into battery manufacturing? Another deep dive, or another set of deep dives that we're doing, is looking at energy intensive industries. For ECDPM, all of this has been really, really new. So we're not engineers, and that's one of the big things. I think what we've really tried to do in the past few years is not only digest and to find ways to engage with these slightly more technical topics, but also to try and link up with experts and organizations that are much stronger in this than we are. And I think it took us a bit of time to be in that position that we are in now, but I feel like we are able to sort of find our niche and work on, like, add value to the discussion by sort of focusing on not just the African or developing country dynamics around some of these industries, but also to help understand European agendas, European dynamics from a developing country point of view. I think there will be another big push next year, because that's, I think, when the rubber hits the road in terms of the new European Commission. So we need to focus really on linking the work that we've been doing, all the body of work that we've started developing on green industrialization in developing countries, linking that to the European agendas. Sort of walk that thin line between diversification and relocation of industries, and I think that is going to be a major sort of point of discussion in the coming years.